Yeah, welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. My name is Cornbread Capone, and today we're going to be discussing, did hip hop destroy the black community? The past couple of days, I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are stating or breaking down their reasons as to why hip hop has destroyed the black community. Today we're going to talk about some of those things that were touched on, and we're going to talk about some things that wasn't touched on, because this is something that I have been alluding to for quite some time. This is something that I talk about on almost a daily basis. I just have a harsh and brutal way of explaining myself. It comes off very harsh, very brutal, very raw and uncut. Not really trying to see the other side, because there is no other side to see. Where should we begin? Because it's so much. But I'm going to start here. The effects of music today. When I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, we listened to what we listened to, but the music we listened to did not dictate our moves in real life. It did not dictate our everyday life. We wasn't trying to look like our favorite rappers. We wasn't trying to dress like our favorite rappers, because where we are geographically, being in Beaumont, Texas, and if you look at your map, you can see where we land at geographically. Back then, trying to dress like the rappers would have been nearly impossible unless you had family members living in New York or Los Angeles, because those clothes wasn't getting down here. There was no internet. I say all that to say that the effects of the music today is very clear. If you just look and pay attention, you can see that a lot of young black boys don't have an identity that's their own. That's because they're wearing the imagery and the look of their favorite rapper. Look around. You can tell. You could tell. You can. It's so bad you can almost tell it without them saying anything. They could just walk by. You could just observe and pay attention, and you can see it. You can see the effects of it. There's a lot of, this generation of rap fans has become very comfortable with the imagery of femininity. And why do I say that? Is because dress code has been very, very funny. Very funny. There's a lot of men wearing things that men shouldn't wear. For instance, skinny jeans with holes in them. It shouldn't be like that. And the sad part is, it's not just young men dressing like this. It's men above 30 and 40 who are also dressing like this because they want to fit in and not feel left out. This imagery, this, looking like and acting like and talking like, it all plays from the effects of the music. Because see, without that example, a lot of people would probably be themselves. And it's real, and if you follow today's rap, it will probably lead you to a jail cell or a gravesite. And that's the truth. Nobody wants to say that, but I'm the person that's honest enough to let you know, yeah, this is why I say this is bullshit. Because can you learn something off today's music that will benefit you in your life? No. Do they give you news you can use? No. Do they give you knowledge? and information? No. Anything to better your family and or your community? No. So, if the answer to all those questions is no, it shouldn't be a reason why you ask me why do I think this music is bullshit. I don't care if you like it for the beat. I don't care if you can relate to the lyrics. It's bullshit. And I'm here to say that it's bullshit. An important variable in this conversation should be that the people who run hip hop control the narrative. Let's be real. Black people, we created all music. None of this music would be here if we didn't create it. Let's be clear. While we can be very clear, let's be very clear and transparent that Black people don't run hip hop. Yeah, we created it. Yeah, we birthed it, but we don't run it. We don't run it. That's why there is so much negative rap out on the airwaves, and it's allowed to be pushed and promoted because it helps to push an agenda. An agenda that I'm glad to say that I'm not a part of. But I see what's going on. So, you say to yourself, because a lot of people like to place the blame on the artist. The artist is just the product. It's the people behind the artist that push those buttons, that make those calls, that grease palms, so to speak, that push this type of music. Because see, without those people behind the scenes pushing the buttons, we would never hear this music. Why do you think that you have to go search and find the positive rap music and the negative is promoted every day, all day, even while you sleep? Why do you think that is? Because a long time ago, the people who put their hands in rap and decided to fuck it up knew that they had to do away with positive rap music. Why? Because its influence could actually better the Black community. So what did they do? They said, no, we're going to promote gangster. Anything gangster. Anything gangster, anything hood, anything about killing, shooting, fucking bitches, drinking 40s. That's what we're going to push. That's what we're going to promote. And open the doors for them. So those conscious artists like the X-Clans, the Commons, the Brand Nubians, the Public Enemies, you start hearing less of those. And you started hearing more of the street artists, the street, the people from the gangs, the people from the hoods, the people who used to sell drugs, and to be fair, you need all perspectives to be heard and fully understood. The problem the difference between then and now is back then in rap, there was balance. Everybody was not a gangster rapper. Everybody was not a drug dealer. Every girl that was rapping wasn't a prostitute. You had different artists from different places representing different things. More importantly, they didn't sound the same. If you wanted to be happy, that was happy rap. You wanted to be politically inclined, that was political rap. If you want to know what happened on the street, you listen to the street artists, the street rappers. Rap has many tiers. It's just what you choose to pay attention to. Especially in this time and era when every music app has a search engine, meaning you make the choice. Music can bring people together, but it can also divide people too. There have been plenty of times throughout my life that I've connected with people and we bonded due to us liking the same artist or maybe even the same album. So I'm a witness to the fact that music can bring people together. I'm a firm believer in that. At the same time, I'm also a firm believer that music can divide people. Case in point, I try not to deal with people who don't know what real music is. I try to steer myself away from conversations from people who don't know what real music is, because it can become a headache. It can become like talking to a brick wall. If I, because I'm an artist and I also did research on music, I can talk about music that was made before I was born because I've done research on it. And then I could tell you about the music that was made during my time and era, all the way up to where we are right now. So why would I engage in a conversation when a person can only talk to me about the music that's coming out right now? It doesn't make any sense. They're not trying to learn anything. They don't really care about the people that open the doors for them. So why would I even bother? You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. I mean, I feel like this. I'm just going to be honest, man. For people who are young, I feel bad because, well, really I don't, because everyone has a phone and everyone has access to YouTube. YouTube has every piece of music known to man on it. So if you want to do research and go back and listen to music that was made before you was born, you have the right to. And shout out to the youngsters who do that, because there are some that do that. You know what I'm saying? They do their due diligence. They do their homework and they know about hip hop culture. But for those who only listen to what's out now and feel like they know hip hop because they listen to what's popular right now, I'm going to just let you know right now, you don't know shit about hip hop. And that's the reason why I don't engage in a conversation with you. You know, I need to be around people who know what real music is. You know, music is very important because it's not far from who you are and what you believe. Most people listen to music because they can relate to it. You got to ask yourself if this music of today is not seen as real music in the eyes of people like myself. You got to ask yourself why. Why don't I see it as real music? Because it's not. There's nothing beneficial that can come out of today's music. Is there anything positive that can come out of it? Beneficial? Anything to help your life? Anything to help the life of the people around you? Your children's lives? You see what I mean? When I get to asking those tough, difficult questions, the answer is no. So that means that is bullshit. Because what this music is doing right now, it's tearing the black community up. You know what's funny? There's a lot of white people who listen to hip hop. Shout out to y'all. There's a lot of white people who listen to hip hop. Maybe even some of the music that I don't like. But guess what? They not outside trying to live like 21 Savage. They not trying to live like NBA Youngboy. They might listen to the music, They might, but for them, it's just entertainment. It doesn't affect their real life. It doesn't dictate their real life. They're probably productive. They probably go to work every day, go to school, hang with their friends, but they don't want to live like the rappers they talking about. Only black people listen to the music and then want to live the life of the artist that they listen to. Let's just go on and be truthful about it. That's the problem with it. If we just left it at entertainment and we just listened to it and left it alone and didn't bring it home with us and didn't adopt those mindsets and those attitudes and egos, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But the fact that we are having this conversation lets you know that it is indeed a problem. You know what I'm saying? I could remember when, rap had an influence, but the influence wasn't as powerful as it is today. To be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I watched this influence grow over the years. I can't say that it had influence on us as youngsters because we didn't live our life according to them. The things I wanted to do, I did them because I wanted to do it. I ain't do it because of no rap song. You know what I'm saying? If I got into a fight with somebody, I got into a fight with somebody because I got into a fight with them. It wasn't about the music I was listening to made me want to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? We from the era where, you can't blame, your actions on no music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't blame my action on no music. That's a cop-out. You know what I'm saying? Like anything I've ever done, I've always had the nuts to stand up and say, yeah, I did that, and this is why. But I ain't never did it because of no rap song. You know what I'm saying? So this music is programming and influencing our youngsters. The music industry, certain record companies are funding prisons. You know what I'm saying? For people who don't know that. I mean, it's a lot, man. The music influences young blacks to become a part of the prison system. You can rap about killing somebody black and you will get played on the radio. You will get shows. But if you talk about killing somebody that's not black, your ass gonna get canceled. Ain't that interesting? All these rappers, they got guns in their videos and everything is about, how big the gun is and how many bullets it shoot off and all this stuff. But have you ever done anything to your enemy? Not a black man, not a black woman, your enemy. The answer is no. So not only are we dealing with a bunch of people who really need to wear white sheets, you know what I'm saying? We dealing with a low vibration of people. And this is what you listen to every day. Don't be mad at me because I'm bold enough to point it out. If you listen to bullshit, I suggest you shoot the fucking radio and save the world from hearing bullshit. That's what I suggest. But nonetheless, man, we have come to the end of another one. Oh, we're going to pick up this conversation again because this conversation will be continued. Until next time, everybody, peace and love, because that's what the world needs, man.